Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'm standing in front of the auction car hauler here, and it's going to be an important part of the channel here. So we did a lot of preventive maintenance, and we're doing a little bit of upgrading. And one of the upgrades is a tool to monitor the drivetrain systems. If you care about your vehicle at all, don't you want to monitor all of the drivetrain systems, like your engine, transmission, if you have a front and rear diff, a transfer case, your control managements or your ECUs? They make tools that you can now order to plug into your OBD2 port and monitor all of those systems real time, so you could see how well your drivetrain in your vehicle is performing, or if there is a problem that is starting to occur, you can catch it early. They also make tools that you can plug into the port that you could do some active tuning as well. I don't need to go that far. I just want to keep an eye on 4 systems on this vehicle, and I'll show you which ones, and we're going to go over the tool that I ordered to monitor some of the systems on here. Just came in and was delivered this morning. We're going to install it, hook it up. I'll show you how it works, and maybe you could think about something for your vehicle, because they make these for every single vehicle out there. Some are specific for particular vehicles, like mine was tuned and set up for the 6.0 Power Stroke diesel turbo that is on the F350 here. Let's take a look. As you can imagine, there is a lot going on with a big turbo diesel. You got the turbo right there, engine coolant, oil temperature, charging, EGR, your FICM, many systems under the hood here alone that you would want to keep track of. I want to keep track of 4 things on this truck, very important. Water temperature, oil temperature. 2 of those are very important. You want to keep them within 15 degrees of each other. If not, and they really separate more than 15, 20 degrees, you could have a problem with your oil cooler. And that can lead to catastrophic damage. So those 2, the engine oil temp, EOT, the coolant temperature. I also want to keep an eye on my transmission temperature. And hauling, having a trailer on back, putting a car on top of that, pulling a hill, that is something I want to monitor. Lastly, I mean, you can configure this thing. It will put up to 4 different information streams on the screen for you. This is a small tool. You can get larger ones that will put a whole bunch on. I just want to see 4. The last one is going to be the FICM, which is a fuel control module. It's behind the tank here, sort of close to the firewall back there. And I want those 4 things on my screen so I can monitor full time as I'm driving, real time. Let's break it out. Let me show you what I got and where we're going to mount it. So this here is the ScanGauge 2. They have a 3 where the screen's just a little bit wider. This is good enough for me. And I ordered this from Bulletproof Diesel. This booklet here gives you quick setup information. It's very easy. We're going to turn on the key. We're going to locate the buttons to get things entered in so it knows what it's plugged into, and it can start monitoring. Your engine size in liters is going to go in here, and then you just get it going. This gives you, we're going to go over all the different information and the abbreviations. Without knowing the abbreviations, it's going to be confusing as hell to look through that screen. Here is another quick startup guide that goes just a little bit deeper. Shows you where to plug things in case you have no idea what you're playing with here. And then there's one that goes really deep. This little tiny gauge here can take in a lot of information from your drivetrain. So you can really get into setting things up here, I only need to see 4 things, so it's going to be real quick and easy for me. Here they have 2 hook and loop pieces of Velcro, so you can kind of put it anywhere on your dash. They do make a coupler that you can, or a suction cup that you can put on your windshield, and you can mount it that way as well. Here is your cable that's going to go from the unit itself to your OBD2. Let's get this unwound. Yeah, it looks like it gives you about 4 feet or so. So that goes up under the dash. Then you have enough cable that you can feed, do some cable management, make it look nice and clean. We'll see what we have to play with. I kind of know where I want to mount it, but we'll see if we have enough cable to do so. In this protective foil or foam, we have the gauge itself. Again, this is very small. It's going to have 4 readouts for me, and you can either plug the cord into the side, which I'm going to do, or if you have it hanging from a windshield, you could plug into the back and then run the cord down and do your management very easy. So that's it. Very simple, very easy for me. You can really get complicated if you want to. That's completely up to you. Let's get to the truck and get this thing installed. This is where I would like it to go. Easy to see from where I'm at in the driver's seat. And then the cable I can run down, over, and in through, down through in here. The OBD2 port is right here. So we could do the cable management. Let's do that first. Let's plug it in. This interior, the whole truck is so dirty, but I want to get everything finished because it's going to get manhandled until, there we go, I get everything maintained the way I want it to be. All right, so let's bring that cord up around. We only need to bring in just enough to get up into there. So we can close that again. That should be enough cord. All right, I'm gonna get something, I wanna get some alcohol or something to clean this, make sure that's clean of any dirt, oils, protectants, so this stuff here will stick. I'll be right back. Probably the first cleaning this area got in years. Poor thing. You can probably tell, guys, that I like to rescue this older stuff. It's so much more rewarding. I'd rather buy this older stuff and kind of clean it up, fix it up, restore it, than buy a new car or a newer car. It's so boring. You just drive them. I'd rather work on. I enjoy working on vehicles, guys, as much as I do driving them. Sometimes more, which is a little backwards, but all right. Let's get the backing off of this double-sided tape here. We'll put that right there. We're not going to use the back connection. We're going to go in from the side here, plug it into the side. It's coming to life already. It's connecting. And where is this? All right, so we're going to put it right, excuse me, I don't mean to be in front of you guys, but right here. Get some pressure on there. Make sure it's sticking. That will work. Okay. It's made a connection. It has communicated. You hit the red button here. The red button on here wakes it up. If it goes blank, just hit that button. It'll power everything up. It's almost like the power button. It's like the menu button. And now we just need to set it up. So first I need to program into this what I have it plugged into, and that's the 6.0. So let me make sure I hit the right buttons for this and we'll get it set up. All right, so let's wake it up. Let's hit the more button. Then we're going to hit the setup button. Then we're going to hit the top right button. And then we are going to hit liters. And right there is the engine size, 6.0, which is what I have. Now we just hit this button and it'll save that. And what I'm looking to do is monitor or gauge. So up here, we just scroll until we hit, so the transmission, or we want the, let me see, engine coolant temperature. We'll put that right there. Down here, we'll do the engine oil temperature, EOC we're looking for. EOC. Or EOT. All right. Over here, we'll do our transmission temperature, TMT. TFT. There it is. Transmission fluid temperature. Now, down here, we want the FICM information, so that is the fuel management control module. So FMP. Okay, now that we have all four of the categories that I want to monitor, let's start it up, back it out, take it down the road, and make sure everything is being monitored correctly. When it comes to gauges on your dash, not very reliable, and you only have, besides fuel and boost, you only have your RPM, your miles per gallon, your water temperature, and your oil temperature. This one here you can program for so much more. It's up and running here. Because of the dash contour here, it looks like it's crooked, but I lined it up with the bottom of the vent here. That would drive me nuts if it was crooked. Looks good. We have things warming up. Our engine oil temperature and the coolant temperature is only within a few degrees. You want to keep that within 15 degrees of each other. So let's get out, take it for a run, and make sure that those stay within 15 degrees. We'll keep an eye on how the transmission temperature spikes and the power that your fuel management control is putting out to the injectors. With the truck of this age and the mileage, now this has been redone, we do want to keep a very close eye on all the systems. If I see things starting to overheat, I'm just going to pull right over and shut it down, let it cool down, figure out what's going on. If I need to get it towed, I'm going to get it towed, because once you have a catastrophic failure in these engines, it could be 20, 25, 30, $35,000 to get these things ripped down and then done correctly. Once you have to lift the cab up off the frame to get to these engines, and that's how you can really work on them with a lot of space, you might as well rip it down and do it right, because you're going to have 10, 20, 30 man hours at who knows what at some of these shop rates. So again, I want to keep my eye on all the systems and their temperatures and all the information I can get, I can put to use, and maybe save myself a little bit of money. Let's take this thing for a quick ride. And if you want to see what I mean by these gauges in the dash being just very unreliable, look at the oil temperature and the water temperature there. You would think they would be way off. Here they're only within 3 degrees. So I'm already feeling more comfortable as to the accuracy of these gauges. It's coming straight from the transmission, it's coming straight from the engine coolant and oil coolant gauges right into this unit right here. Okay, after having it out for a ride, getting dark, the phone light came on. These stayed within 3 degrees of each other, so that is fantastic. I couldn't be happier about that. I switched from the Ficum to Boost. I wanted to see how that worked. I kept track of that fine. The transmission temperature is right where it's supposed to be. But what we need to do is keep in mind that even though I did take it out and I ran it good up some steep hills, let it idle for a while, ran it up some more steep hills, that was not under load. That wasn't pulling a trailer. It wasn't pulling a trailer that had a car on top of it. Those readings could really change drastically with a load. So that's something I'll keep my eye on. But so far, I really love this old thing. It's just a 2005 big old smelly diesel F350. So fun. It's so fun being so high up off the ground, almost as high as a tractor trailer. When a tractor trailer is next to me and sitting in the cab, they're only just a couple inches taller. And I like it. It's just fun to hear the whining and the whistling and the jet engine sound of the motor. And I just want to keep it healthy. And a little tool like this will help go a long way to keep track of all the systems. If you are looking to manage, tune, or just keep track and keep an eye on all the systems in your vehicle, you may want to look into this. They have so many different types, and a lot of the different gauges and instruments are tuned for specific vehicles, so you'll have to look into that and then enjoy. Sit back, enjoy, feel comfortable that you know what's going on. This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning, and I'll catch you in the next video.